Are you going to ask me about my scarf?
I love that. Where'd you get that?
I was in New York with David Jeremiah to do that Christmas show.
I saw that.
And I didn't have a scarf. And so I walked in. Somebody said, "Oh, you're a New York Yankees fan." And I said, "Not really. But if it keeps me warm up here, I'm a New York Yankees fan today." You like New York, don't you?
I love it. I love it. It's been calling me a little bit lately. I've been going up there and working on some new music and meeting some new musicians that's given it a different flavor. So going to New York, you kind of feel like you're at any moment, in any block, you're in some corner of the world and you can experience it. So we just got back from New York and we're working on a Christmas project. And so we filmed a music video from one of the songs that we wrote, and some of your staff came down and helped me video it. So we're excited about that.
Where'd you film it?
I rented a rooftop in Soho, a 20-story rooftop, and for 3 hours we sang this song with the Manhattan skyline behind us and the Empire State Building. And then we went around to Central Park and Rockefeller Center while it was all decorated in all of its splendor and glory. So it's one of the only original Christmas songs on the record we're working on. And I wrote it with Wayne Hahn, who's with me today. It's called Christmas in Manhattan. So it's kind of like a love story. I took my niece and another good-looking little young guy that's playing bass for us. And so we sang, but we followed them around as they took in the city. It's kind of like a modern-day Moonlight in Vermont. Yeah, so I think all the old souls out there will love it, even though it's a new song.
You know, it's interesting in reading history. I'm back in the early days with Alexander Hamilton, for instance. And that town had muddy streets, horses going up and down it, but it was still a center. Yeah. It was one of the first centers that just kept building, and the only way they could build was of course, because they're limited. It's just that island. They're limited on space, and you got to hand it to them. How they make that work? My second daughter lives there. I love it for about 2 days. It would drive me nuts to have to get up every morning and maneuver through all of that. Because I just got up this morning, and within 5 minutes, I was in my office. Bernie, I worked here at this store, the Hoosier Market. I think when I was a sophomore and a junior, by the time I was senior, I went down to the bigger store. This was a meat market.
Is this Alexandria?
Alexandria.
Okay.
And that's a picture of it. And right next door was a bakery. We'd go over there, drink coffee, and do our.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I worked there. You see this window up here?
Yes, sir.
That was apartment up there, and I was painting an apartment the day after I was listening to the radio, and the radio came on and said, country singer Hank Williams died last night in the back seat of a car. It's like January the 2nd or 3rd is right. He was supposed to do a date in Ohio.
That's where you heard.
I knew where I was. I was painting that apartment.
Yeah,
that place. There were 3 butchers that worked there, and they were all missing either 1, 2, or 3 fingers. And I was 16, 17. I wanted to play the piano. And I said, I'm
going to go upstairs and paint.
I'm going to go upstairs. If you've enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out the other great clips on the Gaither Music TV channel.